Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early September 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the beautiful Tauruses here in early September? The year's just moving along. What energies, messages, insights do we have for our good friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Taurus, please. What's going on with my good friends here? Guides, talk to me. Very quick. Very first one, and this seems to be a reoccurring theme that I've been seeing with a lot of the earth signs. I do believe this exact same oracle card showed up in the beginning of the Virgo reading as well. So it does seem like a theme. Now, I always say that this card here is very self-reflective, taking a lot of mental stock about things and the journeys. There's also a link to the past that shows up here. So we're going to go into that in depth. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little bit. So we see this lovely lady, beautiful blue dress. She is in the center of this card with her eyes closed. So to me, this does indicate a few different things. Notice she's also holding a locket. There's a baby doll. There's like letters and notes that are on top of her here. So to me, it's a very self-reflective card, like I already mentioned, where someone could be doing a lot of thinking, a lot of analysis. That could be something you're going through right now. But to me, it's also taking trips down memory lane. There is some sort of link to the past, someone thinking about things that they've already experienced or went through. So you might find you're a little more self-reflective in this time, or there could be something about the past that is still linking with you when this shows up. This could also be a card of communicating or wanting to communicate, especially with the letter showing up here. So there could be some sort of importance around a talk or a message that shows up within the reading itself. But to me, it could also be imaginative, daydreaming. So don't be surprised if you're in your imagination a little more than you normally are when this card shows up. So we're just going to leave her to do her thing right there. She could keep daydreaming if she likes. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card there, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my beautiful Taurus friends. Please, what is happening? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was titled Big Karmic Change. And when karmic energies get involved, they generally move very slow. It's not usually a fast process. So when you're going through a big metamorphosis in various different ways, like this karmic energy could be very slow and meticulous. So we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. But yeah, it does seem to be the name of the game for a lot of the earth signs in this time of year. There's a lot of things shifting. So let's see what's up. Let's get these first 3 cards out for my beautiful Taurus friends. What is happening early September? Thank you. Okay, 7 of Cups, talk about daydreaming, right? I was talking about the imaginative, daydreamy, fantasizing type of energy, and we have the 7 of Cups, which can be a really good energy too, right? It's not just all in the head about certain things. We'll talk about it. Remember, there's a lot more cards to pull. We got a lot of meat on the bone here. Let's get a couple more for you, my friends. What do we got for Taurus early September? Yeah, lots of cup energy, lots of water energy. I'm not really surprised by that, but this could be really, really nice. With the Knight of Cups here in the center, that's forward action in a positive direction. Let's get one more. What do we got here for Taurus? 2. 10 of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay. So far, and I'm going to try to not get too overly optimistic on you, my friends, I'm getting one of the more positive energies I've seen for you in probably quite a while with the way this all mixes together. But let's go through. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, elementally, I'm really liking the combination we have. We have a double down of this water energy mixed with the earth. I always say, and I always look at how they play off each other. When you mix earth and water, that's a recipe for potential, a recipe for abundance and blessings. It's very fertile. Now, with all this water, there could be heightened emotions, of course. There could be that water sign creativity flowing, but the earth grounds it down in a really nice way. And I'm going to try to not be too overly optimistic until we clarify, but let's just go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. So position number one, we have the Seven of Cups. Now, this is reinforcing some of the things that I saw in the first Oracle card. Some of the positives of this card, and if you're new here, I love to give the positives and challenges of every card. The Seven of Cups, in its positive sense, represents a wealth of options, a wealth of paths, different directions you can go. Like, this is an energy of someone that has like the whole world ahead of them. Even if they don't know they do, even if they don't feel that they do, there's just a lot of options and choices. I call this card the menu board of life. This to me could be somebody visualizing, manifesting, trying to bring things to them. So this is a great card for manifesting. But to me, I feel like this is someone that's not really lacking for paths and options, which can be really nice. Now, where we get into the challenge of this card is the daydreaminess, the intense watery energy here. Now, of course, this could be extremely creative. This could be a very artistic type of energy as well. So for a lot of Tauruses in this time, any sort of creativity where you're just pouring that energy out could be really amazing. But at the same time, it could just be overthinking, imagining, fantasizing, someone that's like just stuck in their head quite a bit. So, I mean, it doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Sometimes this could also be someone that has so many options, they don't know which way to go. So even for cross watchers, if you're watching this, it's like, okay, there's good possibilities. Now, moving to the center, we have the Knight of Cups, another beautiful card. And that's the one thing I'll say about this. I was picking it up in the other earth signs. There's a nice flowing type of energy. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. It's like just right the way it's moving along. Now, the Knight of Cups, if some of you might be connected to a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is the Prince Charming of the tarot deck, often shows up in love readings. Now, I'm not saying this is totally love involved, but yeah, the Knight of Cups is that Prince Charming. This could be an individual you're connected to that's a very good speaker, a really good talker, just super smooth, loving, caring, all that stuff I was saying about imaginative and creativity. That also goes for this. If this isn't a person, it's just a nice forward movement of action. Because remember, knights, they represent action, they represent communication. Whereas like pages represent learning and communicating, this is making moves and talking. So, and again, I feel like it's moving at a nice pace. It's moving at a good pace. Like there's no rush here. So we'll see. Now, when we get to the challenge of this Knight of Cups, this could represent somebody that's suppressing emotion, not saying what's on their mind. This, I don't like to go worst case scenario, but sometimes it could be someone that plays off of other people's emotions, like they make you feel bad for them type of energy, like and guilting and stuff like that. But we're not going to go there. Now, on to the back end, because, you know, I'd like to show both sides of the coin. We have one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. We have the beautiful Ten of Pentacles. Now, tens in tarot can represent the close of a cycle. This is one of the cards of happy endings. The Ten of Pentacles is level up type of energy. This is fantastic for anything financial, investments, any material abundance and material gain. This Ten of Pentacles is everything. This could also represent the family, home, living situation, property, you name it. It's a very stable, really nice energy that a lot of people, this is the end goal. This is what we shoot for. This is the stability that we like to have in our lives. So it's really nice. Now, when we get to the challenging aspect of the Ten of Pentacles, it could be issues in regards to a living situation. It could be issues with family members. The Ten of Pentacles could also be a very stubborn type of energy, like set in its ways. It's like, you're not changing this. This Ten of Pentacles energy, it is what it is, and you got to accept it. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Taurus. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay. Let's get a good shuffle here for my friends, please. What's happening for the Taurus collective? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Seven of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Seven of Cups time. What do we got here? Why is it here? Two. Okay. Very, very cautious. Now, this could be one of two things. Either you might be playing something very cool, collected, and extremely cautious, or Spirit could be asking you to be very careful proceeding forward with something. Now, does this throw a stain on the whole reading? Absolutely not. For some of you, you might just be connected to a Capricorn. So with all these like options and plans and the Capricorn energy, there could be something that needs a little more structure, a little more grounding. Because remember, this is a very imaginative, etheric type of energy, the Seven of Cups. The devil is earth. It's grounded. So it's about like fixing your expectations or realigning your expectations in regards to something. Finding that middle ground. Don't look at something too positive. Don't look at it too negative. It's all about finding that middle path. I don't know why that message is coming through, but just take it if it hits. Now, the devil, if it's not a person, it could represent a lot of rough things. It could represent a lot of tough situations. It could represent a lot of problems too. Whether it's toxic individuals, whether it's habits, whether it's addictive tendencies. For some people, this could represent a thought that's like plaguing one's mind. Okay, there might be someone you're connected to that's having certain obsessive thoughts as well. I don't always like to go worst case scenario, but when I see the devil and the Seven of Cups, someone might need to come back down to earth in regards to something and see something realistically or fix their expectations. But aside from that message, I feel the main one here is proceed with caution. Because remember, I was saying there's a lot of paths, there's a lot of different paths that could be open to you. It's about using your own discernment about which way you want to go. Be cautious. That's the main name of the game here. So that's a little bit of a warning. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep moving forward, because I don't feel like that tells us the full reading. Let's go in on that Knight of Cups here. Why is the Knight of Cups in the mix for Taurus? Thank you. Yep. Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords in the upright. I feel like I saw the same exact alignment in one of the fire sign, maybe Aries. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth. This is a card of communicating and talking. So notice we have this double down of conversation, but this Ace of Swords is very stern, serious, strict in its ways, similar to the King of Swords. For a portion of you, this could be a very serious talk that needs to be had. Now, again, there's something here about finding the middle ground, because whereas the Knight of Cups, again, is very etheric, the Ace of Swords, although it is the mindset, is very logical. So there's something here about like not being too harsh, not being too mean about something, but also being realistic. You're like, there's something you need to just find the middle path. Now, maybe some of you are already walking that middle ground where it's like, okay, I'm looking at this in a realistic fashion. But another thing here, yeah, with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords, there could be either an important or serious talk coming up. And yeah, don't bite your tongue. And I feel like I've been saying this for a lot of the signs this week. Don't feel like you need to bite your tongue. Say what you need to say. If there's something on your mind, you got to speak it. Okay. And usually Tauruses, from my experience with them, are usually very straightforward individuals anyway. Okay. But there's a difference between being straightforward and being mean. Right? You could be honest, you could be straightforward, but don't be mean about it. These messages are coming through in a peculiar way. Let's keep going. There is that big overarching vibe of finding the middle ground. Like, not too extreme. Don't be too extreme that way. Don't be too extreme this way. It's finding that middle path. Okay, that little balancing act. So let's go in on 10 Pentacles. But yeah, again, it could be a serious or important talk coming in. Okay? And if that's the case, don't go worst case scenario and be realistic. This energy has just come through very powerfully. So let's see what the 10 of Pentacles has for us. And we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Quick. Okay, another card of communication. We have the Page of Cups, but in reverse here. Very, very intriguing. Okay, you might need to hold your ground in regards to something as well. So, like, we have this very intriguing energy straight across about how you should approach something. Like, yeah, be realistic, walk the middle ground. But like, if someone isn't coming at you correct, or if they're not coming at you right, like, you might just need to keep a distance from them. Because I'm seeing multiple different possible individuals showing up within this reading, where it's like, okay, yeah, we have all this mental stuff going on. We have someone that you can talk to. This energy in the center, it's like very honest, straightforward, and someone that you can speak to. But for a portion of you, there might be someone where it might be best to not. Okay, so we could be seeing multiple different people where it's like, all right, well, this is someone I can actually talk to. I can't really speak to this person. I don't know why it's coming through like that. Now, I still feel positive energy. I just want to say that, because it does seem, since we started clarifying, we took a little bit of a left, right? We took a left-hand turn because it was super positive up top, and now we're getting energies that are bringing us back down to earth. Page of Cups in reverse, if you're not connected to a water sign under the Ten of Pentacles, you might be better off keeping someone at a distance. Same goes for cross watchers too. Sometimes you might have a better result if you just keep a distance for one reason or another. Okay, so whether this is the same individual where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to have this talk and then take a little bit of space, or whether this is multiple different people, I just feel like I could speak to this one. This one I might be better off keeping a distance from. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Taurus, because I feel like I've been all over the place here. The reading's been taking me there. And yeah, after this recap, we'll get into the shadow. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Seven of Cups with the Devil in the upright. So watch the mind. I did say this could be someone having like obsessive thoughts or just something on their mind that's plaguing them. There was also this big energy of just being cautious. There's a lot of paths forward, but it's about being realistic and being cautious, finding the middle ground. It started right here in the beginning. Okay, so just use your discernment with various situations you're dealing with. Now, moving to the center, we have the Knight of Cups with the Ace of Swords in the upright. To me, again, we're finding that balance between the heart and the mind. We're being honest, but not being mean about it. And this could be a very serious or an important talk showing up here. And I think it will come in for a lot of you, but it doesn't feel bad. As we move to the back end, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Page of Cups in reverse. Now, for a portion of you, I did say this could be 2 different individuals. Maybe there is a final talk that needs to be had, but this one here on the back end, when I see the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Cups in reverse, to me it feels like, all right, well, you might be better just taking a little space. Like even speaking to this person might not really solve what you needed to solve. You might be better off just not speaking for whatever reason. So do with that what you will, Taurus. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. So let's get a good shuffle here. See what's happening. What do we have in the shadows for my Taurus friends? And I'll say this, a lot of the earth sign energies this week have been coming through with similar themes, but also super unique spins on them. So let's see what we have. What's going on with Taurus, please? What's in the shadows? And yeah, I just like to pull one of these at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. Let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. So let's get you one here. What do we have for Taurus? What is in the shadows? Thank you. Okay, Knight of Swords. So a fast mover here, which again intrigues me with the energy I've been seeing about taking the middle path, middle ground. The Knight of Swords can be very aggressive. There could be certain things when the Knight of Swords shows up as a shadow card if you're not connected to an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Knight of Swords is shooting towards something like a rocket, so you might need to slow something down or continue to go at your pace. Because when I see this, I feel like I'm being rushed. I feel like I'm being rushed, and I don't really like it. So if that's a trait you have, if you feel like there's someone pushing you, or if you're feeling cornered or feeling rushed in some sort of way, you might be prone to lash out extra in this time when this Knight of Swords is here. So just keep that in mind, but this can also be aggressive. So just know, I know Taurus energy very well. I know it's a super chill type of vibe. You might be a little more aggressive than you normally are when this shows up in the shadows. Okay. For some of you, you might just need to try to keep your mind calm as well, because this is another card of the mental. So yeah, Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks of all time, the beautiful Wizards Tarot. It's gorgeous and it works great. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, where would you like to go for your dream vacation? What are you manifesting? Let me know. Let's bring it to fruition. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again.